peoples. It is Thursday, March 21st, and I am here with your geopolitical news. Al Jazeera reports Israel's war on Gaza will continue. Netanyahu tells U.S. Republican senators. Israeli Prime Minister's comments follow mounting criticism from Democrats on the catastrophic humanitarian situation in Gaza. Here's an individual who's so bloodthirsty, who's so hell bent on revenge that they can't see an end in sight. And so this individual keeps vowing to continue the bombardment that's happening and what you see in Gaza. So this individual keeps professing that they won't stop. Now, all you and I see is innocent civilians, casualties of this. I don't even want to call it a war because it is not a war. There are pockets of individuals who are fighting back, but as it relates to a military regime that is actually fighting against the Israeli military, that doesn't exist. You have what you call freedom fighters, what I call freedom fighters, who are very small in numbers, but nonetheless, these are the individuals who are giving protests or who are standing in the way of, so to say, the military campaign of the Israeli military. So this situation, especially with an individual, as I said previously, that's so bloodthirsty, that's so hell bent on the total destruction of the Palestinian people that they don't see an end in sight. And I did a post yesterday about the fact that this is the holy month of Ramadan that we are in. And one would think that in this month, it would be at least free from violence. And to know that not only is that not true, but to know that there are forces and powers that are in position that are absolutely trying to disrupt the peace, the tranquility of such an event, of such a holy month, to the point where it will no longer be remembered as that holy month. It would only be remembered, what will be remembered will be the blood, the bloodshed, the total destruction, the carnage, the rubble. These are the things that will be remembered in this time for so many people because it's happening in real time. So for so many people these days, they will remember as being very horrific. And it's supposed to be a time of not just peace and tranquility. It's supposed to be a time of remembrance. It's supposed to be a time of devout worship. It's supposed to be a time of so many different things that are progressive, that the things that are taking place now, it's almost like they're trying to disrupt legacy. And that's sad all in itself. So when I look at this individual, I see a very broken, evil man. I see a man who knows that his position of power is very well at stake. I see a man who knows that he will be remembered in a very, very worst way around the world. And only to a chosen few people will he be remembered as anybody who done anything of any positivity. So, with that being said, yeah, you've only informed us of things that we already knew when dealing with diabolical natured people like you. In other geopolitical news, Al Jazeera reports deadly Russian attack rocks Odessa. Ukraine vows to defeat lunatic Putin. At least 21 people are killed in one of the war's worst assaults on a port city as Russia continues to make small battlefield gains. So, the question many of you may be asking is, does Ukraine have a chance of winning this conflict? The answer is absolutely not. I've been telling you guys this for weeks upon weeks now. Ukraine has no chance, absolutely no chance of winning this conflict. But yet and still, they've still been receiving assistance from the West and its allies. And I implore most of you to understand that the reason for this assistance is none other than the West and its allies using the conflict to test out new weapon systems, to test out new artificial intelligence technologies. These are test runs. These are proxy wars. A war that's being funded by an outside source with upgraded technology, certain pieces of upgraded hardware and equipment, so that they can see how successful it is. And in some cases, it's just as simple as that. It's not about humanitarian aid. It's not about helping because you care. It's not about these things at all. It's either about monetary gain or it's about nothing at all. And once you begin to understand the United States of America's position in these conflicts, once you begin to understand the colonialist regime of the United States of America and their dealings around the world, once you begin to understand this, then you will truly know the intent of the United States of America, its government, and the military industrial complex that it uses around the world. The intent will be clear. So you won't begin to cloud your judgment by thinking the United States of America cares for anyone. They absolutely do not. So always remember, this conflict will end and Russia will be victorious. In other geopolitical news, Al Jazeera reports Sudan, one of the worst humanitarian crisis disasters in recent memory, UN warns. The UN says a humanitarian travesty is playing out in Sudan amid international inattention and inaction. Fighting between the army headed by General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and the paramilitary rapid support forces led by Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo since last April has killed tens of thousands of people as the threat of famine looms amid international inaction. So I'm unclear on what's actually going on in Sudan. This story is actually new to me. I just seen this, and so I decided to report on it. I'm going to do a follow up piece about this story because I need to get some more details about actually what's been going on. But apparently, this situation, this war, has been going on for the past year, unbeknownst to me, and probably unbeknownst to many of you, as there are so many conflicts that are happening around the world. But as I said, I'm going to follow up on actually what's going on in Sudan, because this is, like I said, this is new to me, but also very sad and very tragic. So yeah, I'm going to do a follow up story, and then I'm going to get back to you guys. If you haven't done so already, follow Street Icon on all social media platforms. That's at Street Icon 1 on the X platform, at Street Icon 8080 on the YouTube platform, and at Street Icon on all other social media platforms. Drop a comment in the comment section and let me know how you feel about the stories I brought to you today. Specifically and exactly, how do they make you feel? Drop a comment in the comment section, and always remember, stay vigilant, stay safe. Peace.